thought I wasn't posting today. And I guess technically I might not be, depending on where midnight lands. But I am posting. Fuck you. Or thank you. I don't fucking know. I'm not talking to a lot of you at the moment, which, I don't know, kind of feel bad about. I don't know, I'm just... Okay, So I was thinking, right? I occasionally do that. And I was like, whenever people write stuff, write music, sometimes, not always, but sometimes they have like a concept for an album, and I was like, gears turning, neuron activation, Um, you know, maybe if ever I can manage to write music, because that's still up in the air. I have no idea, right? Perhaps it would be easier for me if I had a concept for an album. And so then all of the songs would revolve around that. Because clearly I cannot make music. Almost fell. I cannot make music without, some sort of rigid direction. If I have the freedom to choose to do whatever I want, then I'm not going to do anything because there's so many options. Now, picking a concept is going to suck because literally anything under the sun. Literally anything under the sun. Like, that's going to make me want to die so badly. This is a lacrosse ball. I found it while exploring the woods. Oh, fuck. While exploring the woods in a park, technically, maybe not within the park bounds, because it was past some barbed wire fencing. I'm not going to exactly articulate how I made it past barbed wire fencing. For all you know, I can phase my physical form through objects, and I just choose not to in front of the camera, in front of other people, and maybe I can break into anywhere. Maybe I have the potential to be the world's greatest criminal. No, if I did, not only would you guys probably know about it first, but I also would be bragging about it specifically to, like, you guys, not to, like, the whole world, Discord server shit, and I already would be one of the world's greatest criminals if I had that ability. It's just a barbed wire fence. I don't even need all that. But yeah, I picked this up on the way. And a lacrosse ball is a really cool ball, because it's like solid rubber, like just straight up solid rubber. It's nice and smooth. It's a decent size. And you could use it to fucking murder somebody, or you can use it for a lot of activities. It's pretty good for juggling. I only have one, so it's kind of anticlimactic. You can bounce it. It's a really solid. It's like a really giant bouncy ball, essentially. I don't play lacrosse, but I had a friend, or I have a friend who used to play lacrosse. And so we played a couple times, when I was at his house, not like actual games because he didn't have like nets or the space. Fuck. Anyway, yeah. So there's that. Yeah. Then also, yeah. So concept for an album. I have no idea what the fuck I would even choose. I would probably like try and blend some of the styles of music that I've been listening to lately. Um, like I don't know. I don't have a specific kind of singing, or like anything, like any specific genre in mind. There are a couple of genres that I wouldn't be doing, but that's beside the point. Yeah, I guess I could come up with a concept for an album, but it would have to be a pretty solid concept because it's like I just mentally it's really difficult to wrap my head around it. When I'm into something, when I am going ham, it's because I'm really passionate about the thing. And so I'd have to pick a concept that hits close enough to where I can actually, you know, put out my best work. And maybe, just maybe, I can manage to do something like that. I have a MIDI keyboard that I haven't, really been using ever. Like I've used it before, right? But it wasn't my particular consistent tool of choice. But the more I've like kind of thought through the processes that I might need to make some solid music, um, the more I've been like, okay, maybe I should start using it some more. And who knows? Who knows how this will turn out? I certainly don't. I don't fucking know. I'm gonna go retrieve that lacrosse ball. It was fun. Okay. So, yeah. I really think that could be a cool concept for an album. Not, the concept, because I don't have the concept, but like a cool idea for an album. Get a concept and then blend the types of music I've really been listening to. Like, I don't know, I feel like that could do. I'm gonna fucking die. Like, this is going to be the instrument of my death. Yeah. Who knows? Honestly. I could end up making a good album. I don't know. Maybe I need to collaborate with some people because I've never tried to do that because it's always been about what I can achieve on my own. And a lot of my friends, even if I did want to, collaborate with them, don't particularly have that skill set. I would like to be able to actually produce a couple tracks for my friends and I because we formed like a little, not even really a band, but a little group. One of the members since has become a little cringe, and we don't fuck with that. So we have one less member than we had before, and we had one recording session, and we didn't really. I mean, like, it wasn't bad, but I feel like we could do better, and I really feel bad because I like took on the burden of producing for us, and I made like 3 beats or whatever, for us. They're all right. Main problem I find with them is it's just the one beat looped over and over again, and like with no variation too. Like there's no parts where the drums cut out or like the anything happens really. Um, and I want a bit more, and like I promised to work on some more, and then I never got around to it because, well, I suck at remembering to do things, and eventually I'll get better dexterity from this. But at the moment, I'm just acting the fool. Um, but yeah, basically, I promised to make some more, and I just never got around to it because my brain, which is not a great excuse, but what are you gonna do? Your brain's kind of affixed to you. Go away, cat. Be gone. Um, Speaking of cat, I think one of my least viewed videos is fool harasses innocent cat or something like that. it's just interesting because I talk about like digital footprint in that one and like the consequences of the potential consequences of putting myself out here. I don't know. Like I feel like that one never really gained any traction for some reason. Some of the ones that I thought would not gain traction, like so on YouTube they show you like your analytics, and to be fair, it doesn't concern me that much. It's not a job. I'm not going to be making money, but it is interesting to see and understand, on a theoretical note. And one of the things, like my second video, it's decently highly viewed. It's got like 400 views. My second video that I ever made, basically, it like first 2 days had like 5 views. It ranks your videos based off of the amount of views that they've gotten in a certain amount of time. I'm pretty sure that my second video, while it is in like I think the top 3 or 4 most viewed videos on my channel, it like for the first 3 days maybe, I don't know, it was a while, it had like 5 views. And because of that, like if you go look at the rankings for first 8 hours, first day, first 2 days, first 3 days, if you go to the rankings there, they'll give you like the top 10 videos. And literally, I don't think it's on any of those lists. Just because it was so low in viewership. And then it exploded. Like 400 something views, not exploded for other people, but exploded for me. And all of a sudden, it was the most viewed video on my channel, and it stayed that way for a little while. And then, like, a couple of my other videos blew up out of nowhere, and it was weird. I liked it. I wasn't even expecting, like, my first video got like 200 views within the first couple of days. That was crazy, because that was my first video ever. I was really insane. No, I wasn't like, okay, like, as a reaction. Needed to clarify that there. But yeah, like, oh, what was I saying? Like, my fourth video, it got, so little traction. It was an interesting one. I think it's, like, my least viewed video. Yeah, anyway, that's not the point. Yeah. I wrote a new survey for Zaxby's, and they didn't give me the reward for doing so. It might have been an issue with the system. They might have actually started cracking down on the amount of times you can use a survey within a certain period of time, because I might have been abusing that system just a little bit. Or it might have been because of the fact that, like, my phone accidentally forced my browser to go back, and so, like, I resubmitted the survey like 3 times. That might have been the problem. But my newest survey was incredibly dark. Like, I don't know where it came from. Like, it had murder, it had things that I'm not gonna say. Not because I'm trying to appeal to YouTube's soft regulations, but because of the fact that I don't wanna. Yeah, it was crazy. It had, like, allegories for addiction. At one point, the protagonist talks about bathing in blood. And then there was this sing like little poem at the end, like sing no sweet harmonies at my grave. Fuck. If I had like any other device. Oh, I do. Hold on. My phone will still keep recording. I'm gonna pull it up. Anyway, how are you doing? Do you like my floppa flag that says Zabloing on it? It's so fire. Like literally there was this when I first saw the meme that said Zabloing on it. I don't know why, but I fucking lost my mind for like days, you know? I just could not get over how funny Zabloing was. Okay. Sing no sweet harmony. Okay, yeah. Sing no sweet harmony, no symphonies for my. No. Sing no sweet harmony, no symphonies. Let me just enlarge the text. Hold on. Fuck. Ignore whatever you saw. This is terrible. I hate this so much. Ugh. I gotta adjust the camera angle. I fucking hate this setup. Man, this sucks so badly. Okay, we're back enough. Okay. That's good enough. I apologize, I'm a mess. Sing me no sweet harmony, no symphonies at my grave, for the only satisfaction I seek is the chicken that I crave. Beautiful, 10 out of 10. Best poem I've ever written, just kidding. The best poem I've ever written was Zaxby's is love, Zaxby's is life. I would freely let Zaxby's fuck my wife. But that's a close second. Such a fire poem, you know? The tones, you know? Such words were never painted more eloquently, as though dripping with emotion in each word. No words more thoughtfully forged into a blade that can slice the very ear of one that hears it, that they may hurt and feel every single dripping drop of pain that the protagonist felt. I mean, since I have it pulled up, I probably could read you the whole thing. I'm not going to, just because of the fact that it's long as fuck, and I don't like this setup because we've got the flash of my camera and the brightness of my monitor, and they're clashing because they're two very different kinds of light. And then we've also like literally that light is putting like dark spots in my eyes, so it's difficult to even read in the first place. And then like I can read it because the text is big enough, but at the same time like it's a hassle, it's annoying. I'm not gonna do that. But rest assured, it's great. It's phenomenal. It is very dark. It's way darker than anything I've written for a Zaxby survey before. You know what? They might have just not given me my They might not have given me my QR code just because of how dark it was. That might be the case. And they got a cut version because Zaxby's has a 1,200 character limit on their surveys. So I will sometimes have to cut down my stories. That was one of them. I think I've had 3 or 4 that I've had to cut down. A lot of them have been within the 1,200 character limit. My brother pointed out to me on one of them that one of them was pretty much just Scorpion from Mortal Kombat's backstory, but with chickens. Shoot, shoot. Okay, so my dad is out there, and my brother has walked in on me recording, but I was recording like facing like my other wall. And because I was recording facing my other wall, I really hope you can hear me. Because I was recording facing my other wall, I could just sit there and just stare at him until he walked away. But for my dad, who's out in the hallway, I can't really do that. If he sees my phone on a tripod on a stool on my bed with the flash facing me, he's gonna be a little bit, rightfully suspicious. Really hope you can hear me. I'm not being super quiet, I don't think, but I'm being quiet enough to where he can't hear me. I don't think. I wasn't gonna wait on him to leave. I don't think that I should, because I don't know if he's brushing his teeth or if he's like, going to the bathroom. So like, let's see. Fuck. Yeah, I could give you the whole, like, oh yeah, one of my surveys was Zaxby was basically Scorpion from Mortal Kombat's backstory, but with chickens. Actually, that's not entirely true, because the people, like the there's just a young samurai chicken and his master. It's not like a family or anything. And the young samurai chicken survives. Unlike Scorpion, who goes to hell. So it's a little bit different. And then also the lore behind who's coming after him and why. Like, it's not a specific guy. It's just a race of warriors who are like, killing samurai chickens. So it doesn't specify how many there are. All it specifies is that the master dies, and that the young samurai chicken is holed up in like the cellar, and he's gonna get his revenge. He's the oncoming storm, and he will not be stopped. That's a real line from that. Peak fiction. The Zaxby's lore goes deep. So yeah. I went to a park today. Okay, I think I'm good. I just heard the door close, so we should be in the clear. But yeah. Yeah, I showed a couple of my friends the one I wrote today. And they were quite just without context, the context of Zaxby's makes it kind of inherently funny. Even if, the content is not funny, which it very much is not. It's like really, really dark. But yeah, no, it got a good laugh. It's fun. I like it. I thought I was in the clear. I'm not. I kind of should have figured this would happen. I never really record like in plain view of my family at reasonable times at night. Which this is both. So I closed my door and I just hope that this kind of okay. Anyway, still lonely and sad. That hasn't changed. I like these X-based surveys though. I think that they do good for me. They let me practice writing. They let me, they might even allow me to express really deep emotion and passion in something as silly as a Zaxby survey, which is cool. I like that. It's pretty fire. I also might or might not finish writing a One Piece role playing game, like a rule system for it, because I think that'd be cool. A lot of people who criticize One Piece are either like quantity over quality, and those people haven't seen the show, or they're like, oh, it's just slow and it's boring because some of the earlier action isn't as compelling to them because, that's kind of, normal action where it's just normal people fighting normal people, whereas like the current day is like literally godlike beings fighting each other. But trust, One Piece's peak. The earlier pre-time skip is really funny. It's got some great moments. The later pre-time skip is where things start really picking up and where you really can finally wholly understand that it's peak fiction. And then post-time skip, less funny, more action. Everybody pretty much knows, if they know anything about One Piece, that its biggest issue is just going downstairs. But that its biggest issue is its pacing, Once you get to like the Dressrosas, the Whole Cake Islands, the Wanos, the entire arcs that take hundreds of episodes, literally, then you get a little bit, in the weeds, which is why I always recommend watch the current anime, the current rendition of the anime, because it is still fucking awesome. But then also, when they start, releasing the One Piece, the seasonal remake, watch that too, because that is probably going to take One Piece from peak fiction 10 out of 10 to 11 out of 10, even peaker fiction, because of the better pacing. Or at least that's what we can hope, But yeah, no, I might make a One Piece role-playing game system. I'm going to definitely 100% like make sure that all of the rules and power systems are originating from me and my ideas. I might use a little bit of AI assistance for like some of the more heavy lifting, the meticulous writing of every single word, but I will make sure that 100% it is genuine, real, human rules put to a page. But Lord knows that I am not writing fucking 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 pages on this. Not because I lack the want or because I lack the passion, but just because of the fact that that kind of meticulous, time-consuming writing is just not something I can do. Can I meticulously comb through every single rule and tweak it to my exact expectations? And can I, comb through and make sure everything is exactly how I want it? Yes. Can I meticulously type out every single word? Fuck no. Drop a comment and say how your day went and an interesting fact that you know that most people don't. I don't know if I have interesting facts that most people don't know necessarily. I probably shouldn't provide detailed instructions on making chemical explosives just so my video doesn't get taken down. But I know how. The microwave was partially created due to innovations in uncryogenically freezing and reanimating of hamsters. That's not the reason that the microwave was invented, as some will lead you to believe, but the developments that led to the invention of the microwave came about